Today we're looking at YouTube ads and sharing with you what it actually takes to generate real estate leads. Let's begin. Hey Atime, if we're just meeting, welcome to the channel that brings actionable content to grow your business through online marketing. So if that sounds beneficial, consider subscribing. Question of the day, are you running YouTube ads? Let me know in the comment section down below. For optimal results in this YouTube ads campaign, you're gonna need 2 videos and 1 landing page. You can get away with maybe 1 video, but it works best if you can get 2 videos out there. As a reminder, with YouTube ads, you're using an actual video to advertise, not an image or not simply text. And the first video we're gonna use in our anchor ad, which acts as an anchor to our campaign. This video and ad is designed to get people to raise their hands and self-identify as a potential client for your services. And just so you understand the framework of the video, you're gonna start off with the hook, provide value 1, value 2, and then end with the call to action. It's that simple. An example of the hook would be, would you like to know how to improve the value of your home? And then after you provide the value, you invite the audience to download your free checklist that you've prepared for them. And this is where that landing page comes into place. So you are advertising on YouTube through YouTube ads with that video, and your call to action is pointing them to that landing page. And once we launch this ad, we're gonna have another ad right behind it. In other words, a retargeting ad. And this other ad ideally should be another video. If you can't make another video for whatever reason, then go ahead and use that same video again, retargeting the audience that raised their hand and identifying themselves of interest, but it will work best if you use another video. And with this follow-up video, you do want to be more direct, because at this point, for whoever watched your actual video, you will be able to retarget those people specifically. So they'll remember you, and chances are that they're not gonna watch the same thing over again. So it's up to you. Both will work, either 2 videos or 1 video, but the 2 video plan works much better. And in case you were wondering, that second video points to the same landing page, that same landing page that you're using for your lead magnet. And as a reminder, landing pages are used to gain somebody's attention and facilitate the exchange of information. In other words, facilitate their name, email, and phone number to you and deliver that lead magnet that you promised, or that value that you promised. All right, so now that we have the framework of what we need to accomplish, it's time for action. Before we actually go and create the YouTube ads campaign, first we need to create that retargeting audience. And in order to do that, we're gonna go to Tools and Settings, go to Audience Manager, we're gonna go to this plus button right here, go to YouTube Users, and here you're gonna have the option of creating a custom audience. So this audience is one that we're gonna use on the retargeting. So here, we're gonna name it just Retargeting YouTube Video. So now remember, we are retargeting a video that we sent out as an anchor ad. So that anchor ad is the one that has our anchor video, our anchor message. Ideally, you want another video to be the closer, if you will, but if you can't do another video for whatever reason, then go ahead and use that same video. Right now, what we're doing is creating that custom audience. Now, we get to choose the people that we'd like to include in this audience. So check this out. You can see viewed any video from a channel. Well, that doesn't necessarily work for us. View certain videos, that's the one that will work for us. But just so you see the rest of them, view any video as an ad from a channel, viewed certain videos as ads. So if you have a video that you have launched into the world organically and run some paid promotion to, you can select specific videos that have been run and been viewed as an ad. So that's super powerful. My suggestion is that you don't mix the two. My suggestion is that you create a video specifically tailored for the ad, as opposed to launching it into the world in an organic sense and then also launching it into the world as an ad. So you're gonna get 2 various audiences. I suggest that you, at least for this particular ad, stay on the ad side or on the paid side, so you're not mixing audiences. It's just easier that way. All right, so we're gonna choose viewed certain videos. For our example today, we're gonna select, really any of these is gonna work. Let's just say real estate Facebook ads that actually work. We'll select that one. Let's just say, so we know what it's called, Facebook ads that actually work. Yours will of course be different, but this is good for us right now. So we're creating the retargeting audience. This is gonna be important for us on that retargeting ad, which is that second ad that is gonna be created. And then pre-fill list. So pre-fill list with people who masked the rules within the past 30 days. We're gonna leave that, so give us a little head start. And then the membership duration, we're gonna create a 540-day audience. Now, this is gonna go as far back as 30 days from the outset, but day 31, 30, 32, 33, 34, going forward, those are gonna be in this audience up until 540 days. All right, so I'll just copy this. We're gonna create. All right, now we get to create our ad. We're gonna go to Google Ads, go to that little plus button right here, create a new campaign. You have the goals that you get to select. So really, when you select a goal, it's just presets on the back end. If you want sales, if you want leads, if you want website traffic, in all honesty, those three look very similar when you're running a YouTube ad anyway. So there's not too much rhyme or reason up here outside of a bit of functionality. So what I always suggest is to go through and create a campaign without a goals guidance. That way you get the most options available to you. That way you don't have to guess, well, can I do a certain type of ad here in brand awareness versus website traffic? It just eliminates the guesswork. We're gonna go to video and you see all the different options that you have here, as opposed to, let's go website traffic. If we were to do that and hit video, you only see the drive conversions option. So that's why I suggest go ahead and create a campaign without a goals guidance, select video, and then we're gonna create a custom video campaign, which again is gonna give us many more options. You have several other ad types or subtypes, which we can't get into this video now, but there are other videos in this channel. And if you wanna check out the YouTube Ads Mastery for Real Estate Leads, we go in through every single one of those and give you an example on how to launch it to get some leads. So we're not gonna go into these too much right now. So we'll continue. All right, for our names, we're not gonna worry at this time. What was most important for me was to show you the retargeting, and then we're gonna go through and show you what we need to select in order to launch an effective campaign in order to generate some real estate leads. So I'm not gonna worry about the name today. You get to select between a CPV or CPM, which is cost per view or cost per 1,000 impressions. So maximum CPV is a bid strategy. Cost per view, you set the most you're willing to pay each time your ad is viewed. And then target CPM. You set the average amount you're willing to pay for every 1,000 times your ad is shown. Now, one of the questions that's gonna come up is, what's a view? What counts as a view? Either somebody clicks on your ad or 30 seconds of the video is shown. One of those, if it meets one of those two criteria, then it counts as a view. So that's what the definition of a view is in YouTube ads eyes. All right, so the budget and times, we're gonna go with the daily budget. We're gonna go with $50 budget. And one of the questions that I get is, well, how much is enough for the budget? Really, whatever you're willing to spend is gonna be the right answer, but I suggest that you at least go with $10 a day, which equates to $300 a month. That'll give you a reasonable budget to get started with. It's still on the lower end, but it at least gets you into the game and gets you into the YouTube ads game, because there are a lot of impressions here that are available to you, or a lot of views that are available to you here, specifically in the real estate sense, because it is extremely underserved right now. So if you can do it, and if you can swing it, invest $10 and just have it in your mind, I'm gonna spend $300 this month at $10 a day going forward to test this out. The delivery method, we're going to leave it at the standard, which essentially it's averaging out to $10 per day. Accelerated means it's going to spend, if there's enough volume there, enough action there, then it's going to spend it as quickly as possible. We're going to go with standard because that's the audience that we're going to select. There'll be enough. We don't need to go with accelerated. And then on the networks, this is generally what trips people up the most. One quick favor before continuing, please be sure to hit the like button so this video's reach is magnified and others benefit. Also, don't forget to check out my YouTube Ads Mastery for real estate leads. The YouTube search results. Ads can appear next to search results on YouTube. You can use video discovery ads only. So video discovery ads, think of those as billboards. We all drive down the road and we see billboards up there. Think of video discovery ads in that same manner. Another type of ad to run is an in-stream ad. Think of in-stream ads as a commercial. So we've all watched TV and then we see some commercials in between. Those are the in-stream ads. The ones that you see in between my videos and in other videos, those are in-stream ads, which it appears before, during, or after a video. Those are in-stream ads versus discovery, which are the ones that act like billboards, that they're there and you can see them, but they only start playing as soon as you click on them. So that's the distinction. And with search results, whenever you type into Google, best real estate agent near me, then the top 2 results, those are your search ads, giving you a perspective. Since we're gonna run an in-stream ad, we can't go with YouTube search results because the video discovery ads are the only ones available. As a reminder, those are that billboards. And then YouTube videos, ads can appear on YouTube videos, channel pages, and the YouTube homepage. You can use in-stream and video discovery ads. So here we can use both. We can use the billboards and we can use the commercials. Video partners on the display network, this is a money pit. Unless you're retargeting, only retargeting, I suggest that you stay away from this. Video partners, so we'll go to that question mark. Video partners extend the reach of video ads to a collection of sites and apps in the Google Display Network. Including video partners will help you reach new audiences outside of YouTube. At this time, there's plenty of let's just say reward in YouTube itself, so we don't need to go outside of it at this time. All right, so languages, you're going to select the language that your ad is in. And I do recommend that you transcribe your videos. So transcribe your videos, especially on the ad side. You can go to a website like rev.com, which I'll link down below so you can check it out. And you'll actually get, it's an affiliate link, so you will get a discount if you go through that link. Rev.com does a good job of transcribing everything that you say, and it's one of the lowest, it's one of the cheapest options out there to do that type of service for you. On the locations, you're gonna go to enter another location, and depending on where you're advertising, let's just say where are we gonna be today? Minneapolis. I should not have said that because I don't know how to spell Minneapolis. We'll just say Minnesota because I am a Minnesota Vikings fan. All right, so the entire state of Minnesota, that's where we're advertising today. There we go. Inventory type, we're gonna leave it in the standard. So when you go to expanded inventory, maximize available inventory by showing ads on some sensitive content. So if you're very protective of your brand and want to preserve it for whatever reason, don't want to advertise in front of some sensitive content or some of, a little bit more risky content, then you go, you go to limited if you're in that world. But if you really don't care where your ad shows, then you can go to expanded inventory. I recommend that you stay with the standard inventory. Excluded content, don't worry about that because that's going away. But this is essentially saying the same thing up here, except over here they make it much easier to comprehend. Excluded types and labels. I don't do anything with digital content labels, but I do exclude the embedded videos and live streaming videos. Select content types to exclude. And the way that I make sense of this is on live streaming videos, there is an ad that shows up before you can get to the live stream. And the way that I interpret that is if somebody's going to the live stream to interact, they're not going to be as receptive to an ad that meets them at the door before they go through. So that's just my understanding of it or how I feel about it. You can certainly leave those on if you would like, but know that I'm not an advocate of that. And then just so you see the different settings. So if you have different conversions, you can select individualized conversions right here or use the account level conversion settings. For our purposes, I didn't set up a conversion, which to do that, it's very easy. You go to tools and settings and set up a conversion right there. So we're not gonna mess with this at this time. Devices, you can select specific targeting for devices. I 99.99% of the time exclude TVs. And then I split test the 3 to see which one is giving me the best results of the computers, mobile phones, and tablets. But TVs, for the most part, I take those out. Frequency capping, since this is the anchor ad, and I'll make that distinction in a little bit so this video doesn't get longer than it needs to be. Since this is the anchor ad, I'm not gonna worry about capping at this time. If we were running the retargeting ad, which you will in your launching of this campaign, in your retargeting ad, you will want to put a frequency cap on impressions and views. That way, all of the impressions, all of the views don't get caught up with one person. You want your message to be expanded. So all you need to do is select those and then put a number there. So with cap, depending on how much you want to show in a day, three times per day is perfectly fine. Views, depending on what your call to action is, either go 1 per day or 1 per week. Again, depending on what your call to action is, but that is more on your retargeting. From the anchor ad, which is what we're doing right now, remember that ad that we're gonna launch first to get as many people on the hook or engage with the video to see it, so then we can retarget them. With this particular campaign, we're not gonna set up a frequency cap because there's a large enough audience that is not gonna be effective for us. All right, create an ad group. So this is where we select either the people or the content that we wanna advertise in front of. So people, who you want to reach, content, where you want your ads to show. So we're gonna do a slight mix. Remember, we're on our anchor ad at the moment. So in the demographics, what we're gonna select is, we're gonna exclude that. We're gonna leave everything here as is. We're gonna leave everything as here, everything basically except the household income. Everything else is fine for us right now. And then in the audience, what we're gonna do, are gonna go to browse, who they are, home ownership status, and we're gonna select homeowners. Right now, we are blanketing as much as we can. So you see there's a ton of impressions, and I know that this is Minneapolis. I'm sorry, not Minneapolis, Minnesota. So there's a ton, and it doesn't necessarily make sense for us to include the entire state, but because I didn't know how to spell Minneapolis, that's what we're doing. So those are the only things that we're selecting right now. We are leaving everything else up here in the demographics as is, and we're identifying homeowners. Now, this is what we're gonna do from the beginning. This is our anchor ad. Remember, we are launching this out into the YouTube community, and the more people engage and actually view the content, the more of an audience that we're gonna be able to retarget on the back end. Now, depending on your budget, since we have $50 allocated to this particular campaign, we don't have to get as molecular with our targeting because we do want our ads to show and to as many people as we can. So in the keywords, you can include keywords here, but for our purposes right now, we're gonna be as broad as possible. So we're not gonna even include keywords. We're not gonna worry about topics, and we're not gonna worry about placements. So we're gonna keep going. All right, and then on the bidding, CPV, I usually start with $1 because that's gonna be more than enough cost per view. As a reminder, that's gonna be more than enough for what we need. And then with the video that we're going to advertise, remember, this is that first video that you're gonna have the hook, the value, and then the call to action. This is that first video that you're gonna launch. This is where you would put the URL. So for our purposes today, let me get a link from one of my videos so we can pretend that this is the one we're launching. All right, so now we're gonna pretend that this is a video that we created. We're gonna go with skippable in-stream ad. As a reminder, the in-stream ad is the commercial that you see in between, and the video discovery ad is more of the billboard that you see and you can click on. But over here in the in-stream, you have to wait at least 5 seconds before you can click. All right, and then on the final URL, this is where most people get tripped up. Since we are having a call to action and not necessarily trying to get as many views as we can on this particular video, although that's gonna be awesome, so then we can retarget. But for us, the important part is getting leads. So the landing page that was part of our homework when we initially started this video, this is where it would go. Your final URL is gonna go here, and then the display URL, as long as it leads to the same one, that same URL from the final URL in the display, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna include a call to action, and then for the headline, we're gonna go with sell for more. We're not gonna worry about the tracking template at this time. We're gonna let it auto-generate using our channel banner. We're gonna name the ad name so we know when we're running the reports. We're gonna create the campaign, and that's gonna be your anchor ad. Now, as a reminder, I showed you steps where you would use the retargeting. Now, the only thing that's gonna be different for you at this time, this is our anchor ad, remember. The only thing that's gonna differ in your retargeting is gonna be on the additional settings where you do the frequency capping, and also on the demographics, you can include everybody else at that time, but on the audiences, you can let go of that and then go back to how they interacted with your business. Go to YouTube users and then find that audience that you created. So for our purposes, let me just search so we don't have to get lost searching. So I would go retargeting. I believe that's what I called it. There it is. Retargeting Facebook ads that actually works. So then we would be retargeting the people that actually watched the video from our anchor ad. Well, this is how to generate real estate leads using YouTube ads. If you want more videos just like this one, check out this playlist. And if you found value in this video today, please be sure to subscribe so we can talk again soon.